because I looked up some different subreddits that have scary stories just so I could, look for some different things, and I found a couple different subreddits that I'd like to read some stories from. I'm probably only going to do a couple because I don't have a ton of time to film or edit this week because I'm going to be traveling, but I'm in the mood to read some scary stories, so I figured might as well bring you along with me on this journey, so let's get scared. Okay, so I'm starting with a subreddit called r/humanoid encounters. In my last video, we looked at quite a few similar type subreddits and, scary stories pertaining to like indigenous folklore, cryptid type things, and I think this one could fall into a similar category. So this is titled My Experience. This happened a few years back. We're close with our next door neighbors, and they were getting their kitchen remodeled. My mom was over at their house chatting with my neighbor, so I decided to go over and see the kitchen as well. It's a straight line from my front door to the neighbor's front door, and looking to my right was the main road and the houses across it. Our driveway is a connected double driveway with a small dip in it for extra cars to park. Near that is a street lamp. The lamp illuminated a small squirrel-like creature under it. I love animals of all types, so naturally I slowed my pace to look at the small squirrel, but suddenly it stood up onto its hind legs and morphed into a small figure similar to a child. It ducked behind the small car, and I didn't see it again. The memory was pretty foggy, but I'm pretty sure I saw something that day. A few months later, my sibling also saw a figure creeping around. A little creepy cryptid moment. Okay. Let's find one a little bit longer. This one is called Help Me Identify What I Ran Into. About a year ago, I had moved to a new area in northern Utah. I quite enjoy hiking alone and went on a new trail with my dog one morning around 8 a.m. About 2 miles into the main trail, I came across a path that seemed to have been untouched for some time, but I wanted to explore, so I jumped off the main path. 1 to 2 miles into the smaller trail, I hiked into what looked like a camping area, but I'd not seen it on any of the maps, so I thought it was a bit voice or someone you know's voice to lure you, which is super creepy and interesting. So that sounds a lot like that. This next one is from a subreddit called The Truth Is Here. It's a database for personal encounters with the unknown. It's non-fiction stories dealing with spirits, paranormal, strange happenings, unexplained sightings, that kind of thing, and all the fun spookies. This one is short. It's called Radio Chatter. Hey, I don't post on Reddit often, but I thought this was important enough to talk about. I'll cut right to the chase. Every night, I hear what sounds like someone talking through a very muffled megaphone outside of my window. It's always far away, but just enough to still hear it. The voice changes, like someone's flipping to another channel on a TV. Every night that I go out with my family around our neighborhood for walks or car rides, I never hear it. The strangest part about it, though, is the sound is high up in the air, and it starts from what sounds like one side of the neighborhood to the other. I don't know how it's able to get from one side to the other that fast, because my neighborhood is extremely large and has small roads that are not very direct. The noise always happens between 9 and 11 p.m. at night. I asked a bunch of people in my neighborhood if they had heard it, and they all said no. There are apparently no events in the neighborhood or nearby, because I checked the HOA and even went to town hall and asked about it. But again, they said they couldn't be any events to make sounds like that. Sorry, my stomach's grumbling. And even went to a town hall and asked about it, but again, they said that there couldn't be any events like that. I wouldn't be suspicious of that fact if not for nobody else in the neighborhood hearing it. I don't know what the noise is, or who, or what it comes from, but I just want it to stop. It has affected my mental health and my sleep schedule, and I just want it gone. That's pretty creepy. I would be really stressed out too if I was hearing like radio chatter flying over my house. Okay, I have one more story I wanted to read. This one is from the well-known r/Let's Not Meet. This is one I've heard quite a few stories from. It's a place to read spine-tingling, unusual and terrifyingly true stories about people you never want to meet again. So this one is one of the most popular ones from the last year. It's titled, I posted about my stalker on Reddit and he found it. Quick backstory. I've had a stalker for about 4 years. He was never aggressive or sent me proper threats, so stubborn as I am, I did my best to ignore him and not give him the satisfaction of showing him any fear. And to be honest, after a while I wasn't so scared because he never came close to me, and I know that being stalked can affect people severely, even in a case like mine, and that's super valid, but I guess I got lucky and was never psychologically affected by it. His stalking
SUV right now, and last night, around 12 a.m., I parked in a Walmart parking lot to sleep. It was one of the worst days I've had in a long time, and I was absolutely exhausted. So when I got into the back of my SUV, I fell asleep right away, unfortunately forgetting to lock my doors. I've always been a very light sleeper, and I'm thankful I am because somehow I woke up, turned around in my makeshift bed to face whoever was now sitting in the driver's seat of my car looking directly at me. This is where the story somehow gets kind of funny, because I was so tired and in such a daze, all I did was continue to shake my head back and forth and say no, while reaching across this person's lap and opening the door for them and gesturing for them to leave. And that is why the title of this story is to whoever was in my car with me last night. Thank you for getting out and leaving without saying or doing anything else but walking away. But I do hope we never meet again. Dingus behavior.
I know you're in a Walmart parking lot in the middle of the night. You're not gonna lock your car.
Lock it. That's rule 1. You hop in, you lock them.
Thanks for reading a story.
That concludes the guest sound. Toodaloo.
Okay, I think that's gonna conclude scary stories for now. And that was just me picking like one or two from each of those subreddits that I...
What the heck, man? I don't know why I brought all this in. That concludes the guest sound.